Welcome to an in-depth look at IoT firmware extraction, a critical and increasingly relevant topic for cybersecurity professionals and tech enthusiasts alike who work with connected devices. Internet of Things, or IoT, devices are proliferating everywhere, from smart home appliances like thermostats and cameras to industrial sensors in factories, and their firmware contains the essential code that governs their operation and security features. Mastering the process of extracting this firmware is crucial for cybersecurity experts, as it enables the identification of vulnerabilities and helps maintain the overall integrity of these highly interconnected systems and networks. There are various established methods for firmware extraction, which can be broadly categorized into those requiring physical access to the device and those leveraging remote exploitation techniques over a network. Physical access methods typically involve direct hands-on interaction with the device's hardware, using standard interfaces such as JTAG for debugging or UERT for serial communication to read out the firmware. These debug ports, when not properly secured by the manufacturer, offer attackers a straightforward and direct pathway into the device's internal memory, where the full firmware image resides. Remote extraction methods, by contrast, take advantage of software vulnerabilities like buffer overflows, weak authentication, or unauthenticated firmware update mechanisms to remotely access and dump the firmware over a network connection. Once successfully extracted, IoT firmware often reveals a treasure trove of sensitive hidden secrets that can pose substantial security risks to both individual devices and broader networks. A common finding is hard-coded credentials, such as default usernames like admin and unchanging passwords, which attackers can use to gain unauthorized access to the devices or their connected cloud services. API keys are another frequent discovery in firmware, allowing malicious actors to impersonate the legitimate device and interact directly with cloud services or third-party systems on its behalf. Proprietary algorithms, representing the vendor's core intellectual property, can also be exposed through extraction, paving the way for reverse engineering efforts and even the creation of counterfeit devices. Additionally, hidden backdoors or undocumented functionalities may be uncovered in the firmware, introducing critical vulnerabilities that can be exploited for unauthorized control or data exfiltration. To effectively mitigate these serious risks, IoT vendors must prioritize and implement robust security measures across the entire firmware development, testing, and deployment lifecycle. Strong encryption is paramount for protecting firmware both at rest on the device and in transit during updates, rendering it completely unreadable to any unauthorized parties who might extract it. Code signing provides another vital layer, ensuring that only firmware authenticated by the vendor and verified as untampered can be installed, thus confirming its legitimate origin and integrity. Advanced obfuscation techniques further harden firmware by making its code intentionally difficult to comprehend or reverse engineer, serving as an additional defense against detailed security analysis. Conducting regular security audits and rigorous penetration testing remains essential, allowing teams to proactively discover and remediate potential weaknesses before they can be exploited in the wild. By thoroughly understanding firmware extraction methods and adopting these strong security practices, we can significantly enhance protection for the vast and rapidly expanding ecosystem of IoT devices worldwide.